What's up, crypto and spiritual family? This is Ashen Starship with another video. Hope you're having a blessed day. First, I want to say nothing in this video is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But we're going to have a conversation today because we're going to talk about something on XPR Network, right? That you can go to the XPR Explorer and check out for yourself. Because if you can see, in my thumbnail, just as it is on the Explorer, you see Soul and X-Soul, and one is at number 6 and the other is at number 7. But notice the market caps are exactly the same, but they are not the same coin. Or are they? But before I get started, if you would like to show support to this channel, these are the ways you can show your support. All support is appreciated. But that's what led me to decode this. 2 souls, 6 or 7. Because there are 2. One is the original and one is a clone. 6 or 7. And let's see what I found. Because what I found, how you know God. It be why I said something to you. Very evolved, trust God with all of your heart, and 1111 is all about prayer. I'm going to take you somewhere in this video. I'm going to show you something very, very important in this video. Because I also found they are all the cabal, but they did an injustice. Remember that term. It says they are all the cabal, but they did a injustice. Also, I just follow my heart because my way is much better. And Lord Almighty, please guide me in my quest today. So it clearly says, because my way is better. And I'm going to show you what my way turned out to be. I'm going to show you also what injustice is. But here we see revealed the truth about silver. I have many videos that I touched on silver. You guys know that. You see 7 spirits of Christ. The number of manifestation, makes you wonder, right? It's talking about a specific number. Also combinations and modifications, and very, very soon. So there has been a combination of modifications. What about God has a wonderful plan for me? The Code of Federal Regulations, $100 million, Tuesday the October 10th, and the sovereign state of we the people. The sovereign state. And we know what that sovereign state is. Because one is sovereign and one is the government. They both will have wealth, but there's a small difference. You also see monthly payments for Americans now. So we know some type of event is going to bring in UBI, Universal Basic Income. You see occultists had rejected healing and instead parasite on humans. What is the equivalent of exchange and defender of the faith, defender of men? What is the equivalent of exchange? Notice the 2627, right? Well, notice soul without the X is 276. Think that's a coincidence? Do you think that's a coincidence? Because I do not. I do not. But I'm going to give you a little bit more confirmation. This is just one thing I paid attention to. And also we saw the term when, right? But earlier it said my way is better. Okay? My way is better. Okay, well, my way led me to risky and 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. So we see 6 twice in this equation, in this term. We've seen sixes all through this video. But it says 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. So what I decided to do is look up feet apart, because it says 6 feet apart. Clearly 6 is the number. So what is feet apart? And I'm going to show you. Because feet apart turns out to be 6 relocation, 6 a number with the 444. Also, relocation has the 672, another number we see a lot. And also you can flip that around to 792, which is anchor wallet. But it says 6 relocation. The new location, 6 a number. And also we saw it said something about the injustice, right? About the cabal controls them all, but there's been an injustice or something, right? Well, injustice led me to knowing, which is also 558, which is metal pay, and 54. Well, 54, if you add those two, you get 9. But if you invert that 9 and flip it upside down, you get a what? A 6. And I asked the universe, 6 or 7. And also, I was led to pole shift from the 660. Pole shift. And also 348, which is proton. 348 is also proton. And XRP. So what I decided to do was decode pole, because it said pole shift, right? There's a shift. And pole led me to road, right? Pole shift, road shift, grimace shift, and Pac-Man shift. Now, when you see Pac-Man, you have to think about the dot, right? Like that dot that's inside of Corium, the dot that's in many of these cryptocurrencies. Well, let me make it even more blatant for you. Did you know when you log into XPR Explorer, while it's loading, this is what you see? It said Pac-Man, right? We saw shift, right? A road, right? Relocation. And here you see Pac-Man. So now we know where it's been relocated to. And now we know why we see both of them with the same market cap. But one of them is going to be the king. And we saw it sold, right, with the same 3 numbers as the turn right before that, the 276 or 7, whatever it was. But we understand what we're seeing. Just something to think about, fam. So hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. Also, come over, join the Patreon. Have a blessed day. Starship out.